Hey Rangers, today we're going to be doing something slightly different. I'm hoping the sound comes out a little bit different. In my last update video, I briefly talked about that I wanted to cover the DC stuff, mainly Supergirl, Flash, and Legends. Hopefully this is going to be something ongoing, but I will say that depending on my work schedule, hopefully these videos will come out on time or a few hours after the air in the US, probably around about 7 due to the time difference. But I wanted to try something different. So hopefully as soon as the episodes drop, a video will be shot and uploaded. And yeah, let's try something different. I've got a mic down here. This is season 3 of episode 1 of Supergirl, Girl of Steel. And we're going to be talking about the top 10 moments I think that happened in the show. If you've got your own, put them in the comments down below and we'll start talking and have a conversation about the episode because I'm really excited. I'm really excited. Number 10 is the dreaming of Mon-El and her mother. Now, I'm kind of like intrigued on why all of a sudden Supergirl is dreaming of her mother. I can understand Mon-El to some degree because obviously he's just left. It's been like a set time after, not straight away. And Supergirl has changed. She is not the same person. But in her dream sequence, she's with Mon-El. It looks like she's on Krypton in this dream sequence and she isn't quite sure what to do. And then suddenly the dream sequence ends. Number 9 made me giggle and kind of go, oh, okay, which is Cat Grant being the press secretary to the president. Now, I think they're going to have some kind of fun with this because you saw her talk about different things all the way through as what the president has done, what she's going to do, and how certain things are silly and stupid, and it kind of made me giggle quite a bit. I also do kind of think that she's going to drop a lot of truth bombs. She's going to tell the president, hey, look, you're being stupid, but I also kind of think that she'll tell the media not to report on certain things or to say, oh, come on, you know, this is stupid. You know the president's better than this. You know that wouldn't happen. Or, oh, well, you've done this. You know, it doesn't matter. In the sort of style of Cat Grant. And I generally find that really interesting. I really hope throughout the entire season you see multiple drops or at least Cat Grant talking. They can do this quite a lot because they can drop this into a lot of different episodes and literally just do it straight away. They could spend a couple of hours just shooting everything in one go rather than just being like, oh, one-offs or getting it to come in every so often. So I'm guessing I'm going to throw the ball out here is that you're going to see this quite a lot and I'm really excited to see it. I just want to see what they're doing and how she's going to progress. And I do kind of think that she's going to come back into like some of the later episodes or the last episode or two, just like she did with the previous season. Number 8 is the introduction to Morgan, and he is a rival to Lena, and I kind of think this is going to be a major big thing much later on in the episodes because I don't know, I think he's going to have some big hidden agenda, and one of the main things is because Lena and Jimmy kind of spoke out against him, he goes off to try and actually buy Catcorp. Morgan is about defaming his enemies as well as promoting his own agenda. And this is what Lena talks about. And I kind of think, oh, this is going to be a thing that's going to be ongoing. I don't see this being as like 1 or 2 episodes that he's in. I think he's just going to leave, etc., etc. I think that he will be a massive big showrunner all the way through, which I'm kind of liking because everything that he's been in kind of like is really good when he was in Heroes, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. But it's kind of interesting that they got him to play this character because I thought at least Marvel wouldn't have said, no, gonna have to keep you in this one. Number 7 is General Lane. Now, we've not really heard him being mentioned since season 1. And I kind of think that this is going to be either this was a throwaway line or this could be nothing that he's coming in. And with him coming back, or at least if he's mentioned a few times, I think that he is going to be kind of brought in to be the, oh, we're going to try what we did in season 1, you know, after the Daxamites attack, we're not going to let this happen. He may have a general big role in this, but I'm not too sure. But it's kind of cool that they did reference him. Number 6 is Kara and Alex's argument. Now, I wanted to put a lot more, so I've kind of grouped this whole in from different parts of the episode. I think this is a big moment in the episode where Kara starts to learn to kind of get over a few things, but needs to hear a lot of home truths. This whole thing is the fact that Kara is trying to push down her feelings so that it never happened. You know, she's trying to put work first, trying to get a lot of things out and about, but it doesn't work and people can see it. This is when Kara quits her job at Catco because Supergirl is more important to her, because Supergirl is this person that is made of steel where Kara isn't. And I kind of agree. If you'd gone through a big enough transition of what's happened to her, you'd be exactly the same. And this is a very big character development. It's not something that she breaks down later on in the episode. It's straight off the bat, so it feels like everything's just happened. So Mon-El's just left, and it's like a few days or a few weeks later, rather than it's a large amount of time, which doesn't really kind of matter in the time, if you know what I mean. It's Kara is really hurt when she pretty much pushes away all her friends as well as her loved one. After Alex finds out that Kara quits, she's just had enough. She's like, hey, look, I can't be bothered with this. I am now going to tell you some home truths. You need to you need to not get past him, but you need to accept what's happened. We see that Kara isn't just this ray of sunshine all the time. She's hurting and she doesn't know how to handle it. Where she puts the question up to Alex and says, what would you do if Maggie was in the same situation? Alex just can't really give a proper answer, but she tries her best. And this is when Kara becomes dismissive and says, look, if it's not about work, I don't particularly care. And this is when Alex just gets annoyed and goes, this is what's happening. Take it or leave it. Number 5 is the introduction to Rain, where we see a new character where you kind of think, oh, you're going to be a major plot. Originally, you kind of think, oh, maybe it might be a love interest, a rival for Maggie. But no, this is Rain. This is the character we saw at the end of season 2, where Krypton was about to explode and another pod was launched. So Rain is going to be a big major character, which I'll explain at the end of the video. I had fun researching this. Pretty much like other characters that we've been introduced, you see this character in her human form. I think her name's Samantha. But anyway, one thing I really liked about this was the fact that she doesn't know who she is. She knows that she is a human, she has a daughter, but when her daughter gets in trouble, you see Rain pull in this huge amount of strength and actually just pushes this huge massive I'm gonna girder just off her daughter. Number 4 is the rebirth of Supergirl. I kind of saw this as a way of Kara waking up, hence why Mon-El in her dream turned around and said, wake up, and shouted it to her. In a way, I think that maybe this could be a communication from it, or it could just be her memory and her mind just saying, look, wake up, you are in danger, you need to get rid of this, you need to kind of just see what's happening around you. And when Kara is lifting up the submarine from the ocean, I kind of think, wow, this is her way of looking down and going, right, I'm moving on and it's not the same. Number 2 is the ship underwater that's glowing. Oh my god, this is so cool. Now, I had to watch this a few times, and to me personally, I think that this is the Samantha, who is the Rain. It's her ship, the one that landed, and I think that it crash landed straight into the rock. It was embedded, or it sunk, or it just literally got kind of caught up. I think that from the previously with the sub, I think that when it fired its torpedo, it kind of knocked the rock away so that the ship could come out. It was sending a signal to Rain to say, look, your powers are awakening, because under all that rock, I think it kind of dampened the field. It wasn't able to do anything. But now I think that the ship is now sending out signals and saying, look, you can be this person. You are Rain, you are an alien from Krypton. But obviously it's not going to say from Krypton, but we'll find that out later on in the series. And number 1 is the dream sequence that you kind of think, oh, it's Kara having it, but it's not. It's Samantha, aka Rain, or just Rain. I'm going to call her Rain because I'm not quite sure on Samantha. But with Rain, you see that she's seen it. And I kind of thought, wow, this is a really kind of interesting way to end it. You see that Rain is going to see every single Krypton like this. So when she sees Supergirl, she's going to see her as the monster. I'm going to talk about Rain and what this character is. I'm not going to go too much into depth. We'll link down to a page where you can read for Rain for yourself, but let's start. Rain is a world killer, a biological weapon created on Krypton, but eventually outlawed by the Kryptonian Science Council. Rain and other 4 world killers were created by Zor-El, who later came to regret his part in the creation of these bloodthirsty superpowered monsters. Rain and her partners survived Krypton, but her origin remained a mystery even to her. All she knew about herself is her name and her being a world killer. And Krypton and Earth hold the answers to our origin. Now, with reading all this, I generally don't think that we're going to see multiple more people. I don't think we're going to see 4 other people at all. I think this is just going to evolve around Reign herself. With the end of season 2, we saw Reign being sent into space and will land on Earth. One thing that I'm going to kind of predict now, and I would be cool if it was right, I think that Morgan will find Reign and will convince her and say, look, if you join forces with me, we can stop Supergirl, we can stop this. If you help me defeat Lena Luthor, then things will be okay. And I kind of think that later on, one of the two will happen. Either Reign will not need Morgan and just be like, no, and kill him, or Morgan will betray Reign, which then means Supergirl and Reign kind of team up. But I think then Reign will turn around and go, no, I'm not going to do anything like this. I don't want anything to do with you, Supergirl. We're always going to be enemies. If this is the case, I think that this will bring a whole different realm to Supergirl. With the show being a little bit darker and possibly Mon-El returning much later on, I kind of think that we're going to see a whole load of new emotions from Kara. She has not experienced all this before, and this is going to be something very interesting that I think will bring a lot more to the table, and I'm kind of really excited for Supergirl. Just everything that's going on in this series, I think, is just absolutely amazing, and I'm so excited. I'm so glad Supergirl is back. Now, as I say, this is kind of a video that I've not really kind of done before by using the top 10 moments. There was so much more I wanted to talk about, but I want to kind of leave it here. And these should be coming out at least every single week, hopefully a day after, or maybe a couple of days, depending on work schedule. Now, because it's coming up to Christmas, it may be very kind of quick, but I'm hoping you guys will enjoy the content. So yeah, if you've liked this video, like, favorite, comment, and subscribe. Check out all the other videos on the channel. If you want to help the channel out on Patreon, the link will be in the description down below. And as always, Rangers, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in a bit.